You're watching the Battered Fans Network.
The heroes are back. Beards talking balls, rapping pink and black. Coming live from the 305, it's official tissue. The Battered Fan, Chris and Dan, weekly rocking with you. We talk Messi, Boosie, Jordy, Lucho, the Fat Four, to Ben Cram, Noah, Ruiz, Fred. What more could you ask for? Tighten up and get ready, listen in on the pod. Solana and X in Espanol, just to even the odds. Breakdowns and gas bagging, join the tribe and just vibe. Free 99, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't hesitate, say what's up, go ahead and come in. No question about it, I'm ready to get hurt again.
No question about it, I am ready to get hurt again.
Chris, the Herons are back. Welcome, everybody, to episode number 426 of the Battered Herons podcast. I'm your host, Dave, and alongside me, as always, Mr. KBD. How are you doing, sir?
Dude, we're doing good. We got 2 games this week. Finally, it's more than, 3 days? What is it, a 4-day gap between last game and the game coming up? Not bad.
Yeah, and shout out to Mr. Duke from Chicago. Appreciate you joining us live. And not just the fact that we got those 2 games, but Suárez is back. So Suárez should be ready to go on Wednesday. So that begs the question. Suárez is back. What now? We just slide him right into the starting role?
I mean, you have to, right? Like, I think there's no other option. Like, are you really considering that benching him is a good idea?
No. Originally,
there's no way he's getting benched.
Before we started playing without him, I told you that there was a chance that we would play well enough where maybe we didn't want him back. But that's before I thought that Allende would be the person that would be covering for him, right? I thought that maybe they play Messi as the false 9, have Baltasar and Segovia in there. Like, I thought that things would look different. I like that Jordi Alba's all of a sudden playing left wing. But because Allende ended up being the one taking those minutes, no, Suárez has to come in. He has to, because I don't want Allende out there. So, yes, I definitely believe that Suárez is back, and he'll be back in the starting lineup just because Allende is apparently the only other option in Mascherano's eyes.
Well, I mean, realistically, the waiting game is over. The 3 days passed, and we didn't get like a comfortable fill-in for him. So if anyone sits here, I mean, look, Rick A says bench him, right? Like, guys, and he's not the only one that has said that. I think you guys are kind of crazy if you think that benching him is like a good idea.
If you really think about what we've seen since he's been out those 3 games, Jordi Alba on the left wing, loved it, right? I love Jordi Alba being able to push up higher. Then Svelti has looked good. Baltasar Rodriguez has looked good. Segovia has been Segovia. If all of a sudden you have those players and then you just throw in Suárez in there, I mean, it's not bad. If we look decent with Allende in there, with Suárez, we'll probably look even better. Yeah, Suárez maybe isn't finishing at the rate that you would want, but I much rather have Suárez in there than Allende, that's for sure, as far as on the pitch. So I think that this is going to be a new look, right? Because Suárez hasn't played many games with Alba up top, with Svelti coming in, Baltasar Rodriguez with Segovia. All of a sudden, we went from anemic attack to maybe we got something right in time for the end of the season.
Well, I think the key is putting Jordi Alba at left wing. Like, for example, I want to bring this comment up by Mr. Spider-Pig saying we need Allende more. He's the fastest. I'd like to challenge you because I think Jordi Alba is faster than Allende. As far as like timing runs and because of his body size, maybe Allende is a little bit more advantageous in that sense. But, I mean, you can't say that he's, quote-unquote, the fastest. I mean, Jordi Alba, you have a clear-cut, like, game changer. And you're going to keep Allende on there over Suárez? Like, what?
I know that we have this thing where we say Allende is there because he's the only vertical threat. But I've never actually watched Allende and been like, man, that guy's fast. I just think he's the quickest of what we have. But when I see Mr. Spider-Pig, right, we need the speed demon Allende. To me, Allende isn't necessarily fast. I don't think he's fast.
What?
He's just faster than Suárez and Messi. Yeah, I agree. He's faster than Suárez and Messi. He's faster than Segovia, but he's not fast. We just don't have fast players. We don't have pacey players. But Allende isn't fast.
No,
Allende's
he's not
just a
fast.
bum. No, he's a bum that's faster than the people we have.
And he's a bum that's like kind of more bigger, imposing versus smaller defenders that can be able to kind of body his way into getting those behind the line runs. But like Jordi Alba is on skates every single time.
I think Jordi Alba can challenge him as far as being faster. Noah Allen is probably the fastest one on the team. So there's a lot of talk about Allende and his speed. I don't see he's faster than Suarez, that's for sure, and Messi and everything.
I think we
so
could name 5
that's
people.
That's why he stretches it vertically, right? Because technically the forwards we have aren't fast. That's fair, but he's not fast.
No, he's not fast. So we can name 5 people that are probably faster than him.
All right, so looking at the starting 11. So we're going to be playing in Citi Field in Queens. It is another baseball stadium, but it's not as narrow as Yankee Stadium. A little wider, which does help. So how do you think the starting lineup's looking?
Well, I mean, it's good that we're playing in Queens instead of a Yankee Stadium because everybody was getting fouled in the box in that small camp this last game for Charlotte versus NYCFC. So I think it's going to be advantageous for us. And then on top of that, if you put Suarez in, he's going to pace the game a little bit with his body. You got to take Allende out. There's no questions about it. You take him
absolutely
out. I think the rest stays the same, aside from maybe Ian Frey in for Cello. That would be my preferred deal there.
But you know what? I do agree that I like this new formation that they're playing, the 4-4-2 with 3 in the back when they get the ball on the ball. I do like this, and I hope that it stays this way. I kind of liked it, and I think with Suarez up top and Ian Frey on the right side, I think that we're actually we got something positive going, and I want to build off of this. So while I wait to see what the chat thinks as far as keeping the lineup the same. Obviously, just changing Allende for Suarez. If they want to see something different, we'll do that. And before we bring in our guest, Davi, for NYCFC, my kids were watching the last episode, and they saw when you started throwing up the Labubus that Kenzie had. And I told you that all of a sudden, and I'm celebrating.
It's a celebration, bitches.
It's a celebration. Yeah, it's a celebration. My kids, I told you, I just randomly walked into this world where I bought the Labubus. I'm not sure how we went from 0 Labubus Saturday morning, 0. And they wanted me to put these out. How did we get here?
Look at that. You got a whole clan, son.
They like multiply. Look at this. How did we get here?
I thought you said you got clothes, though. Like, no, I thought you got clothes. They're all naked.
No.
Like you told me.
They want clothes. But I went from 0 and saying I never wanted a Labubu in this house to all of a sudden they're making it rain. Well, what is this? How? Shout out to all the parents that have to put up with this Labubu stuff. Even though, like I told my kids, if they hook me up with the Yankee one, I'm down.
Well, what you need to do is you need to build a village now for your Labubus. No, that's what Kenzie was doing. She was building like a little town for her Labubus.
Oh no, Jenny like made pillows and bed sheets for them. It's wild what's going on.
Listen, that's what you got to do. I mean, at this point, they got to start paying rent. Those are no Labubus, Mike B.
Nah, I wish they were the Fufus.
He knows the language. He probably got. Mike B probably got a Labubu.
All right. So we got this game coming up. We played NYCFC, the opening game of the season. For those of you that don't remember, we went. Toto Aviles got that horrible red card, right? We were winning 1-0, and then he had a random red card, like to start the first half. And all of a sudden, we went down, and it's just it was a crazy game. But we're playing again. What is this? Like 7 months later, NYCFC has come to form. They are ahead of us in the standings. Obviously, we have games in hand, but they are, I believe, in third place. Alfonso Martinez, which is who on the MLS show I predicted would win the Golden Boot, probably won't win it, but currently is top 5. He is a baller. And we have Davi here, where you at, to talk about it. So what's going on, Davi? How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. here to talk about a good football team and not like the one I saw last night, which was absolutely atrocious. So at least one of my football teams can win in Dallas.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, wasn't that game? No, it was against the Chiefs. No.
Yeah, but last week they should have won.
Yeah, I know. That was a rough one. The Cowboys should have blown that one.
At least NYCFC can win a shootout in Frisco, Texas. So
yeah. All right. So NYCFC this season. Just tell us about NYCFC and this season overall, because I think a lot of people underestimated them. All of a sudden, they are in third place, which has caught some people off guard. How are you feeling about?
I got no Labubus. I got no Labubus over here. We're Labubu free. So, but in terms of the season, obviously the first year post Cushing, if anybody knows me in the fan base or just
Cushing
anyone in MLS, I was a big Cushing out guy. I was just happy that it finally happened, and it took us a humiliating loss in the playoffs against our biggest rival at home to do so. But Pascal Janssen, he came in. We lose Santi Rodriguez, announced it just a couple hours before the kickoff. Right before our game, and that game was actually pushed back a couple hours because of the Champions League you guys were competing in at the time. So, we obviously you guys had got some more rest in there, and
it was a day game. It was supposed to be a day game.
Yeah, it messed up a lot of people up here. Trying to travel down to Miami, thinking they could go down there for a quick day and then just come right back up. But obviously we played that game out to a 2-2 draw, and we look fairly decent. For a team without their top top assister last season, we look very good. And now that we have all our, we have Nico Fernandez now, who was the replacement that we brought in July. Looked really good. This is a different NYCFC team, very up and down against the top teams in the East. We're just very good. We only have one loss against the top teams and teams in the playoff. But when it comes to Charlotte, 2-0. And even looking back at that game, we had chances to go and win that game. But when it comes to teams below us, like below the red line, we just can't win those games. Had we just picked up a couple games against those inferior opponents, we'd actually be challenging for the Supporter Shield, which is crazy because I came into the season with good vibes, positive outlook, with Pascal Janssen now in the team, and he's even surpassed my expectations. I thought we'd finish anywhere from 5 to 8, and we're in a top 4 battle right now. Even just a draw would see us go up to third place. So I'm just really happy with the progress that we're making right now.
So I just want to remind everybody of something here, because the last time that you guys lost the game, right? And this is aside from the most recent game that you lost against DC United on August 30th by 1 goal. The last time you lost was against Charlotte 2-0. That was back in July 12th. So realistically, like, you guys won or drew every game except for one since the beginning of July.
Wow,
so like,
a good run.
You guys have, and that's in MLS play. So like, you guys have been doing pretty exceptional since the beginning of July, like aside from this loss against Benteke.
Yeah, and I don't know what it is. We just can't. We got swept by Montreal. Montreal did the double on us this year. We couldn't beat DC for whatever reason at home. We just.
Man, so you guys should be up there in Supporter Shield if you're losing to those scrubs.
Dude, we should. We should honestly be challenging Philadelphia and Cincinnati if we picked up those points. But none of us were expecting us to like challenge for, Supporter Shield. And I mean, this team just historically just starts really slow at the start of the season. So I think top 4 will suffice most of our fan base. But looking back at those games, we're thinking coulda, shoulda, woulda. But I mean, top 4, I'm over the blue moon with.
Just so you know,
4.
Davi, Dennis put the jinx on you because Dennis, although he really believes that Inter Miami for some reason will lose every game because he predicts it, and I really do believe every time he does it, Miami somehow wins. So just wanted to let you know that Dennis is the ultimate jinx. Shout out to Dennis. I've always said NYCFC has the biggest home field advantage in the league just because it takes, I think, teams a while to get adjusted to that narrow pitch. Is your record significantly better at home than on the road this year?
Yes, it is. When it comes to, let's see, on FOTMOB, we are a top 5 team at home. 11 wins, no draws, 4 losses at home this season. All losses have been at Yankee Stadium. We are 3-0 at Citi Field.
Love to hear
we are
that.
we are perfect at Citi Field this season.
Okay.
Listen, Danny's thinking that we're going to collect 3 points in every game except for one.
No. Yeah,
and
this
he's
one.
not
Remember,
considering
I said this was going to be the draw.
So
I mean, a draw's not out of the question. I could see that as well.
Well, I mean, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves, Chris. I mean, predictions are at the end, but yes, this is the one that I predicted to be the draw.
David was talking about Montreal. I told you last week. I'm looking past NYCFC. Toronto's a team.
Oh, God. And then away from home, you guys are what? So you have 11 wins. So you have 5 wins away from home?
Yeah, 5 wins, 5 draws, 5 losses, 20 points.
Okay,
so that's
much better at home.
8th best in the East.
We have no chance.
We actually have more wins this season on the road than all of last year.
Wow,
so
really?
Pascal he's been cooking, and I believed in him since day one, but I wasn't familiar with this game. This is better than what I expected. It's ahead of schedule, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I always thought that NYCFC had quite the home field advantage, and it always showed in the records. I used to be an NYCFC supporter before they announced Inter Miami, so I followed them closely, and that home field advantage you always knew was going to be out of hand every season for NYCFC. So as far as us going in on, go ahead, Chris.
No, I was just gonna read Mitch's comment. To me, is the most difficult game for Miami of the remaining ones. I think this game will ultimately determine the Shield. I think that this is an important game. I mean, I don't know how other people feel as well. I mean, you guys in the small pitch, you typically have been working with a 4-2-3-1. Is that how you guys are gonna like structurally still be, even though it's going to be on a little bit of a bigger pitch, or do you guys mix it up?
No, Pascal's going to keep it rolling. For some reason, on FOTMOB has it as a 4-4-2, but it's a 4-2-3-1 with a double pivot. So Pascal doesn't really play around. He's just going to keep rolling with the hot hand.
And as far as do you guys try to hold possession? Do you play the counter? What kind of game can we expect to see from NYCFC?
We like possession. We're more of a possession-based team. We like to pass the ball around. That typical tiki-taka, like Guardiola, Man City ball. Obviously CFG, the connection. So that's the way we wanted to play. But last game, we started off really well in the first 10 minutes, got the penalty, went up 1-0. But then after that, it was all Charlotte the remaining first half. We just played haram ball for the majority of the game after the first goal, and it worked to wonders. This team was on a historic run, 9 wins in a row, and for us to really just defend the goal and defend the box really well, and just to prevent Zaha and to Clemani to do what they were doing on that run was it speaks testament to the defense and the midfield. I think we could, maybe potentially do it again, even though you guys have probably the best player to ever do it on your team. So that'll probably make it a little bit more difficult. But historically, when we look back at this matchup, we've been able to take Messi out of the game.
Well, NYCFC has the third best defense in the league. Only Vancouver and Philadelphia have allowed less goals.
Well, and I do think that it helps that their home record is very good and they have a very suffocating defense, considering that with the double pivot, they control the midfield for the most part. No, am I wrong by saying that, David?
Yeah, but I mean, last game was different because Aiden O'Neill, he's on a yellow card accumulation. So if he picks up one more yellow card, if he picks up a yellow card in this game, he misses the Hudson River Derby on Saturday. So we obviously benched him. We didn't want to risk having Aiden O'Neal miss out on this game. It's a big, very big game, important, because you guys are literally 1 point behind us in the standings.
Mhm.
So obviously this is one of the games that that NYCFC as a club are really pushing out, especially in Queens, which I think Queens is more, I don't want to say educated, kind of for lack of a better term, I guess more knowledgeable. The crowd is more knowledgeable in Queens when it comes to soccer compared to the Bronx. You just tend to have a lot more Latinos that are into soccer, that soccer is their number one sport.
Oriented.
Yeah, football oriented people down there compared to the Bronx. So, I think it's going to be a good atmosphere down there, and I think that's the main reason why Pascal decided to sit him. But Justin Hack, he could do a job. I mean, he was great in the midfield, and then obviously Perea, he could bomb up and down the pitch. I mean, he won the first penalty against Kalina in the game. So, I think this midfield is pretty good, and that's without Keaton Parks, who is by far our most important midfielder, and he's been out for a little while, so he's going to miss this game. I think that speaks testament to the quality of players that we have in that midfield to be this good without Keaton Parks.
And that you lost.
Well, and you just,
he's on loan, but he's been balling out for St. Pauli in the Bundesliga. So I hopefully for the sake of the club and for Jimmy, I think hopefully that deal is permanent.
I mean, because you just so much about St. Pauli and their atmosphere. Sorry, Chris, but I've heard so much about the St. Pauli atmosphere. It's such a wild place to go watch a game. I'm not familiar, but every time I hear about that, I hear some people bring up the atmosphere there.
Yeah, I mean, our former analyst Ian Joy used to play for St. Pauli when he was a professional, and that's probably his favorite club to ever play for. Just because of the atmosphere alone.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about the St. Pauli atmosphere. For those of you that don't know, you go look it up. Supposedly it's wild. Sorry, I cut you off, Chris. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I was just gonna bring up because you brought up a couple of players, David, that basically sort of X factors. So you kind of beat us to the punch. I mean, you mentioned Hawk. Like, who else can we look forward to seeing? Like, give me like one or two other players that you think are gonna make like a pretty key difference.
Well, I think Danny shed some light on his pick for the Golden Boot. Obviously, Alonso Martinez, 17 goals, 1 assist on the season, scored the two penalties to win it against Charlotte. And then the other one is the big money signing, Nico Fernandez. $8 million we spent on him in the summer. That's a record amount for Elche for an outgoing transfer. So that speaks volumes and testaments of how much NYCFC value Nico Fernandez as a player. For us to go out and spend almost $10 million on a player that was a big contributor in why Elche's in La Liga this season. That he's the DP, he's the Santi replacement. 1 goal, 1 assist so far. Ever since he stepped onto the pitch for NYCFC, he has a 7-1-0 record.
Amanda's asking, did Martinez start out slow this year? It feels like he's just coming on now. He scored in that first game against us.
I mean, yeah, he had a little bit of a stretch where he wasn't really hitting the back of the net, and then obviously he went to Costa Rica for the Gold Cup, so he missed a couple games for us. But as of late, he's been scoring a lot of goals, and I think he has, I believe, 8 or 9 game-winning goals this season in MLS. So, if he scores, it's most likely the decisive goal and going to swing it in our favor.
My Chris, my cousin Manny.
Yeah,
he's the one that has the NYCFC tattoo on his arm or whatnot.
Yeah,
he sent me this picture today. He sent me this picture. This is Alonso Martinez when he scored on us the opening game, and that's my cousin randomly standing up right there cheering. They posted that on the NYCFC website. So he likes to talk poop. So we'll see how this ends up, because for that reason, I really want Miami to win. So talking about winning, Davi, let's say hypothetically you are a degenerate gambler and you decide I'm going to bet the house on Miami. I don't know why, but I got a feeling that Miami is going to kick NYCFC's ass. And I'm going to bet the whole house on it. And then Wednesday comes along and you start feeling a little weird in your tummy. You're like, oof, maybe I made a mistake, but it's too late. can't take the bet back. So
But the
you
house.
find your way to the stadium. You find Mascherano because for some reason you have access to him. You walk up to him and you whisper in his ear, "This is how you beat NYCFC." What are you telling him?
Honestly, dude, just play like inferior opponents. To be honest, at this point, just put on a Montreal kit and just dress up like Montreal, and then you guys will just beat us that way. Because we just show up against the big opponents.
You play down to your opponents.
Yeah, we play down. I mean, Chop Cheese. Shout out to Nico. He asked him, he's like, "What do you think about the fans saying that we played down to opponents?" And Pascal Janssen just straight up said, "I agree. It's a fact." He just didn't even run away from it. He just flat out said, "Yeah, it's true. We just play down to opponents."
So, if you were the coach, you had no way to beat them. Like, would it be to play the counter against them? You don't think, like, what would be the best way to beat them? Because I'm trying to figure out how Miami can win this game.
Well, I watched a couple NYCFC games recently, and you guys seem to recover pretty decently on the counter. So I don't know if that's like a good bet.
I would say start off quick. Just go out on the front foot. I mean, we in a couple of games that we played, we start off slow. So if you guys get the ball early on and start peppering the goal, put one in early, we could, you guys could probably have a better chance of winning the game. We tend to start slow, and Pascal Janssen is like, yeah, we do have the tendency to start slow, but as of late we've ironed that out. But I mean, if you guys can find yourself a couple opportunity here and there, I mean, you guys literally have Messi, for crying out loud. So if Messi, even in the half space, just has a shot, curls it into the corner, you guys could be on the front foot. Just start off on the front foot.
How did you guys lose to the Pittsburgh Riverhounds in the Open Cup?
I don't know. It's early. We just played down to opponents, and
mess.
I don't. It was early on in the season to so maybe it could be some adjustment from Pascal Janssen, but I don't know, man. I still question that. Like, we all scratch our heads, like, how are we this good against bigger? We're so good against Philly, so good against Cincy, so good against Nashville, Miami, but we just shit the bed against Montreal, DC, and Pittsburgh. I can't put a finger on it.
It's so terrible.
Because to that point that you made, you guys lost to LAFC when they were having that really rough start to the year where everybody wanted Dolo gone.
Yeah.
Then you guys lost to Atlanta, which is trash.
Yeah.
Then you lost to New England, which is trash. Then you lost to the Riverhounds. You lost to Montreal. You said you lost to them twice.
Yep.
You lost to the Dynamo 3-0.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Mike Jones.
You lost to DC United. Outside of the Charlotte loss, every loss you have is against teams that are not playoff teams. That's wild.
Dude, for context, Atlanta, we were up 3-1 and we just blew the lead.
Yeah, I remember us talking about one of those games in the
dude. And for some reason, our $2 million center back just didn't want to kick the ball out of the stadium. I wouldn't be happy with the 3-3, but it's better than losing.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I guess it's prediction time. Davi, in Queens, who you going with? NYCFC or Inter Miami?
I'm rolling with the home team, but I think we're just too hot at the moment, and I think with the fact that we picked up 9 out of 9 in the last week against top opponents, and I think it's going to be too much for Miami to handle. We have the blueprint on how to stop Messi. I'm well aware he could turn it on at any second and just make us look like
I don't know about the blueprint.
I don't, but I mean,
I was gonna let him finish before I said the same thing.
Hey, last time you guys came up here, we took him out of the game completely. He did have that one sequence where he did set up the goal, but outside of that, he was quiet. So I feel very confident in our boys and Pascal and how he sets up the team. So I think we're gonna win 2-1.
Okay.
2-1,
Chris.
You guys have 46 goals in total with 30 games played. And I mean, their defense is good, man. I mean, I'm gonna go with a 2-1 win, Danny. I'm gonna keep it basic. 2-1 win for Inter Miami.
Has Messi ever played in New York? And,
Yeah.
and against NYCFC? I'm trying to find it.
Yankee Stadium last year.
He did?
Yeah. And he was
Yeah,
quiet.
remember he was out there with the Lafufu Higuain.
Higuain.
Yeah, the bodyguard, the guy that looks like Higuain.
The one that got banned from being on the pitch this year. That
Yes,
guy.
that guy. Yes.
You're being funny. Got it. Okay.
I told him he's a Lafufu Higuain. I mean,
Got you.
not the real Higuain. I mean,
dude,
he got buried in Met Stadium.
Packed him up. Oh yeah, speaking of that, we also played at Citi Field. That was your, I guess you guys want to count it as your first playoff game, because I don't think you guys want to count 2020 or because of the expanded format. But
game, technically,
No, it was 2022.
yeah, in 22 we, I don't know if you guys want to call it your first playoff game because you guys did go in 2020, but it was the COVID year. So, we did completely different teams, but we were just the better side that night. So we do have good memories of beating you guys at Citi Field. That's all,
nice.
So I went on Foot Mob, Chris.
Danny, you see that?
No, I didn't hear it. I'm sorry.
Danny's he's just been cooking. He basically said the first time we made the playoffs was when Higuain got eliminated in Citi Field in Queens.
That felt so good because he costed us a World Cup and a couple of Copa Americas. Just packed them up. Them up.
Oh my gosh.
I wasn't a big Higuain fan, but I did look back. And the last time Messi played, like you guys said, was last year, September 21st. So what's today? September 22nd. So almost a year to the day. Yesterday was a year to the day that they drew 1-1. And you want to know what Messi's Foot Mob rating was, Chris?
7.4.
It was the lowest on the pitch from both teams. It was a 5.9. I don't remember that game.
I was going to guess 5.7, but yeah,
I can't remember that game.
I remember that. I remember that like coming out as a tweet. It's like, oh, that's his lowest like Pop Mop rating in like the 2024 season.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty bad. So the fact that you feel so good, I was gonna predict a draw, but now that I see how bad Messi played last year, I'm gonna say Messi has a brace and he kicks your ass. So I'm gonna go 3-1 Inter Miami. Are gonna be NYCFC. Because I can't see Messi. Messi has to remember that. He must remember that he played like crap the last time he was there. And like if they come out with the same formation, Jordi Alba running out the left side, it opens up the game for Messi. And Suarez is gonna come out with something to prove, right? Because he missed 3 games. He's finally rested. I'm gonna say 3-1 Inter Miami. I was gonna come out here and say a draw, but no. All signs point to Messi dominating.
Looking at Fop Mob, Segovia suspended. He's going to miss the game.
Yellow card accumulation?
Yeah.
He wasn't going to start anyway, though, because Jordi Alba now took his spot on the left side. Noah Allen's now starting down at left back or left center back, however you want to look at it. I'm telling you, with the new formation, putting Suarez instead of Allende, 3-1 victory is what I'm calling.
We were talking a little bit before the show, and just to bring this up real quick, Davi, because Mr. Krabs is telling you to get a real stadium for God's sake. But then
it's almost done. It's almost done.
When is the stadium being built?
We are ahead of schedule. We are about 5 weeks ahead of schedule. So it's New York. There might be some bullshit that maybe delays it. Hopefully not. Knock on wood, but it's looking good. If you guys want, I'll send you some pictures from the, from behind the goal from this Cedar Way.
It's 2027.
2027. It's literally right around the corner. We literally have one full season left of Yankee Stadium and Citi Field, and then after that we can Etihad Park. So you guys got to get some new jokes because that's got an expiration date on those.
It does have an expiration date, but I will tell you that Inter Miami managed to get 2 stadiums before NYCFC can get 1. So that's wild.
Not the first team to do it, though. I think Columbus was the first team to get 2 before we got ours. But
that's right.
It is what it is. It's finally done. It's gonna happen. So we could finally put that to rest, and then Red Bull will just be an afterthought after that.
It's wild that the Red Bulls are still in. Well, I mean, I think they've made Jersey their home. Like they're the NYJNY Red Bulls.
Dude, they were New York, New Jersey since day one. Red
Were
Bull
they?
bought, Metro Stars.
Yeah,
New York, New Jersey Metro Stars.
Were they? I remember the Metro Star. I remember I went to a game when I was a kid.
They were
I don't remember it
NY/NJ.
Were they?
Always,
I don't remember that.
always been that way because they were at Giant Stadium. So they've always been New Jersey. They've always been New Jersey. Red Bull bought it in. They put New York on it just for the marketing, but
of course
they're always New Jersey. They're never.
That's why the Jets and Giants do it also, but they don't claim Jersey at all.
More so the Giants than the Jets, but
yeah.
They don't really. The less said about Jersey, the better.
Yeah.
I want to bring this comment up here. Rick A says, "Blueprint early submission for Que Pena award for Davi, please."
If Inter Miami wins, I'm sure Davi's going to get. Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it on the chin. If you guys win, I'll take it on the chin.
Oh no, believe me, because we have a segment called Que Pena to see who had the worst game, and I have a feeling that they're just going to throw your name in there if we end up winning. So,
dude, if we win, I don't want to hear it. I might as well celebrate like Messi did against Holland in the World Cup.
and I kind of don't appreciate the Blueprint Jay-Z reference because Jay-Z kind of sucks.
Oh my God, what are you saying?
I didn't even know that was a reference, but
well, I mean,
it's the album. The album.
Be quiet.
I did not know that.
Yeah. All right.
Not even his.
All right. Well, Davi, we appreciate you jumping on with us, talking a little NYCFC. Chris, have you gone through the questions with Davi before?
Yeah, we went through them. Yeah. I got to cook up some new questions because we're running through questions. I think everybody's done all of them. So, I think at some point, did we do the superhero question? Super Mario?
I don't think so. No. We did the steak and the
do
coffee.
You believe? First of all,
Mr.
Krabs,
rapper of all time, though.
The Big Pun is the best rapper out of all the bigs. Yes, I said it. Big Pun is so much better than Biggie. It's not even close. It's not even close. Not even close. Not even close. Right.
I'm not gonna turn this into a hip hop podcast. But you're a crazy person.
I mean, yeah, you'd be wrong. No, you'd be absolutely
hip hop
wrong.
Did originate in New York, so.
Yeah, but Big Pun isn't the best of all time.
Yes, he is. Absolutely. I mean, he's
not even top three.
Alive for an album. He was alive for an album and a half and made some of the best songs and lyrics you could ever hear in your life.
Biggie also.
Biggie had to come out. Biggie had to come out with a double disc. The cheat code.
But each one's a banger. How many people come out with a double disc and have a banger all the way through?
No, but come on, you came out with a double disc. Of course, you're like, oh my gosh. There's one or two whack ones on there.
No, there isn't. Davi, appreciate you jumping on. Let everybody know where they can find you if they want to hear some more NYCFC talk, or if they want to go talk crap to you because Miami wins.
Dot Boy Davi on X. We got Blue Barrels Pod, as well on Spotify, and our page on X is also Blue Barrels Pod. Also the reoccurring guest on the Goals TV channel. So go check out over there. Good stuff going on over there. So that's where you can find me.
Awesome, Davi. Appreciate you. I don't take you seriously saying that.
But you don't like that. You're not a backpacker. You're here. You're like Jay-Z and Biggie, and that's it. Like what?
You're saying you like Big Pun.
Yeah, Big Pun is like the illest rapper of all time.
And you know what? And I hate you're making it seem like I think Big Pun is top 5, but for number 1, come on, you're a crazy person. Chris, any final words?
You're a bozo. That's my final words. Jay-Z, you're not stop it, Chris. No, Mitch, you stop it.
I've seen the people it's the Ballon d'Or was tonight, so some people are like, oh, Lamine Yamal deserves to win the Ballon d'Or, and it's just like, no, I'm a Barca fan, but just no, you're a bozo. No,
Dembele, PSG winning Champions League almost cemented him winning that.
Yeah, essentially, if you're the best player on the UCL winning team, you're handed the Ballon d'Or.
Almost, yeah. It's almost
unless it's a World Cup year and Messi just goes ham.
That too.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I think that's it. We'll be back on Wednesday to talk Inter Miami beating
You're
NYCFC's
blocked,
ass.
Mr. Krabs.
And yeah, so make sure that you look out for that. Oh, and if you want to hear a little more Herons talk, make sure that you go to Las Garzas at 10 o'clock. We'll be talking in Espanol about Inter Miami, Las Garzas CF. Make sure that you join us on that YouTube channel at 10 o'clock. We'll be talking more DC United, NYCFC, Messi does it all, Luis Suárez returning, all that and more with Xavier and Solana. So make sure that you join us. So if you're listening on audio, we appreciate you listening all the way into the end. Please leave us 5 stars, comment, review, all that good stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching all the way to the end. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. And as always, for those of you in the chat, we appreciate you hanging out with us for the last 40 minutes. And we will be back at 10 o'clock in Espanol and on Wednesday to talk post-game. So until the next one, have a good one.